Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
How you doing, fight fans? EJ Boxing Live here, and we're going to cover the big fight coming up this Saturday, the 25th of August. KSI versus Paul Logan. And on the undercard, we have Deji versus Jake Paul. So we're going to break down the fight and KSI, Jake, Logan Paul. So first and foremost, man, I'd have to say, yeah, like, just straight away off the bat, you think KSI's probably got a slight advantage. He's already had a fight with Jake Weller. Is it Jake Weller? I think it's Jake Weller. Off the bat, a boxing fight already. He's already fought him already, so he's already got the kind of advantage already. And was it Paul Weller? Let me see his name, and his name's there somewhere. And that fight right there, he drawed so much money and stuff like that. It was like, and that was the first big fight they had. Oh, sorry, there you go, Joe Weller. What's his name? They had that fight already, and KSI stopped him, and Joe Weller was in shape and everything, but in terms of boxing, it was a strategy. KSI used his length and his jab and right hand, and he kept putting that in, and he basically wore Joe Weller out, wore him out, and got the stoppage. And the referee or the corner stopped the fight, and that was it, boy. But they had a big grudge. That was a massive fight. But this one here, this is big. The reason why it's probably big is to probably do with Logan Paul and Logan Paul's what Logan Paul's done to coming into this fight. There was a bit where he had a video when he went to the suicide pit. Was it China, in Asia? I can't remember what part. And basically, he was mocking someone who hanged himself. It was a forest where people go to hang themselves, and he was there mocking one of the bodies, and got a lot of criticism at, because before that point he was like fun-loving guy, basically go there to entertain yourself, and a lot of people love him, almost like a new kind of like comedian slash serious guru, where he gives like great advice as well. His family's in it, you know, he's always got his mom and dad in the videos. And when he done that, he turned like Anakin from Star Wars. People hate him and become arrogant, and they gave him a lot of stick. And in some parts, yeah, you know, he apologized that, but then at some point he's embraced all the negativity, and he's just like, all right, fuck you, I'm gonna get in. So this is where KSI, as soon as he fought Joe Weller, he said, yeah, I'd like to fight Logan Paul for what he did, and that's it. It's on. The best press conference I think I saw, not the one in London, I think the one in LA, where KSI put on the wig of Logan Paul, and he said, I'd like to apologize. He was imitating Logan Paul when Logan Paul was apologizing to the world on his channel about mocking the dead body in the forest. And KSI, that got pretty heated. He had the blonde wig on, and that was that. And also KSI is really digging in. He says stuff about Logan Paul's family and that. So this is getting really, really personal. And in LA, it looked like it was going to kick off and get into something. And I'll tell you how the fight's really big. When they came to the UK and they had their press conference, Logan Paul left the press conference pretty early, and they went to Sky Studios and they had a face-to-face. And I tell you what, Logan Paul he seems very confident. But in the ring, that's what he's got his, wrestling background. He's competed. He has a wrestling background, and boxing is a different. Like, you may be in fit and shape and all that, but like to take punches in boxing is different. But he has boxed actually in amateur. He's actually done an amateur fight before. But you kind of favor KSI in this fight. Just for Logan, I can see Logan throwing some punches and stuff like that, but will they be effective? That's the thing. Will they be effective on KSI? Now KSI, it looks like to me, he's tougher. It looks like he's got better at his punches. He knows how to control range and volume as well. That's going to be a difference as well. Hand speed and volume and reach. I think Logan Paul probably has the reach, but accuracy, can he take punches, and how's his body language going to react when he starts getting hit? I've got KSI, but I've looked on the betting. It's quite similar. There's not much in it. There's really not much in the betting, and I think it's going to be a competitive fight to some rounds. But I have KSI probably winning by stoppage. One of them's going to get stopped off from Logan Paul. Logan Paul probably take a beating, and maybe people can say, you know what, KSI gave him a good beating because of what he's done with mocking the kid, and maybe people come out and say, you know what, he went in the ring and tried his best, and you know, and people can say, well, they see him get a beat for a bit, and maybe people start having sympathy for Logan Paul. I can imagine that's the storyline will probably happen. So I've got KSI winning by stoppage. I was just scheduled for probably 10 rounds. And they probably come in with headgear as well. But I got in probably round four, around that time. I think it's too much, you know, nose bleeding and stuff like that. Corner, throw the towel in, one of them things there. So let's talk about Deji versus Jake Paul. That one there, listen, who knows in that one? I mean, straight off the bat, you just favour Jake Paul. It's taller, longer. You've seen Deji fight and you think Deji looks pathetic, but maybe I mean pathetic. I mean compared to KSI, because they were sparring a bit and he didn't obviously compared to KSI, his older brother. I mean, these are two brothers obviously fighting each other. He didn't look effective. Is Deji? He didn't look effective. But on the same token, Jake Paul's younger. As he learned, he looks more intense, man. But I don't know. You can't really tell these sort of things because was Deji doing a work and he wasn't really showing too much. Was he faking? I'm not too sure. But just off the bat, I'm favouring Jake Paul in this one. And they're trying to say the winner. Well, Jake Paul. If Jake Paul wins this, he's gonna call out KSI. So there's another big fight after, and that one would be more competitive. I can see Deji getting stopped. I can see it straight off the bat. Like he's just, but it depends. I've never seen Jake Paul fight. Maybe he's just all talk. He seems he's got the right demeanor, but we have to see. When you get someone in the ring and they're throwing punches, we have to see. But Deji's gonna have it all against. He's got a lot against him. If Deji was to get past this fight, give him all the. If he was to win this fight and try to make a way so he can win, I'd be very surprised. And he'll get the props. But just off the bat, I mean, if you're looking at, I don't know, you can't really tell because none of them been around. It's the same thing when KSI fought Joe Weller. You kind of looked at who do you think would win. So, but the stuff, what you've seen, right, and maybe you've been manipulated by what you've seen, you kind of favour Jake Paul, but you haven't really seen much of Jake Paul. You haven't seen much of him at all. You don't know if he can take a punch, don't know even know how to throw a punch correctly. Well, at least Deji's put himself out there. Deji's one thing you can say about Deji, he can take punches. It's pretty tough, I'll tell you that, right? Because most people are getting hit by someone who's weighing that much as his brother did. You'd usually quit, man. And his brother was throwing in them punches really hard. So I'm going with Jake Paul to beat Deji via 4th round stoppage, and I'm going for KSI to beat Logan Paul 4-round stoppage. That's what I'm going for. I think that is, and it's gonna be this Saturday. So buckle up your seats, baby. Boy, sit back and enjoy the ride. It's gonna be a hectic event in Manchester Arena. If you haven't bought your ticket, go buy your ticket right now. Probably sold out, or catch it on their YouTube channel for free, or I think you might have to pay to watch it. But definitely it's gonna be an event. I really don't cover, but this is going to be a big event in boxing, so it's definitely going to be this Saturday. Make sure wherever you are, you tune in and you watch the fight. Deji versus Jake Paul, and the main event, KSI versus Logan Paul. Make sure you watch it. I'm EJ Boxing Live. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you thumbs up the video and put your comments in the comment section. Tell me who you think's going to win this epic, massive YouTube battle of the channel fights. Alright, catch you in the next one. Peace. EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.